Now the next surah, Surah Hajj. Actually, these three surahs, after, as I told you before, from Surah Yunus to this Surah Al-Anbiya, these are 12 surahs and subdivided into 4 subgroups of 3 surahs. Surah Yunus, Surah Hud, Surah Yusuf, one subgroup. Surah Ra'd, Surah Ibrahim, Surah Hijr, second subgroup. Surah Al-Nahl, Surah Bani Israel, Surah Al-Kahf, third group. Surah Maryam, Surah Taha, Surah Al-Anbiya, fourth group. And now Al-Hajj and Al-Mu'minun, they are a pair. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ya ayyuhan nas, ittaqu rabbakum. O mankind, have fear of your Lord. Inna zalzalata as-saati shay'un azim. Verily, indeed, the earthquake of that hour, as-sa'a, is going to be a mighty thing. You know, this whole solar system will be disturbed. As we have in Surah Qiyamah, this moon will plunge into sun. They will come together. What will happen, you know? So you can't imagine. Inna zalzalata as-saati shay'un azim. All these mountains turned into dust, moving, just like clouds, or just like cotton, or wool. All these mountains, the Himalayas, everything. What will be happening at that time? Nobody can imagine. Inna zalzalata as-saati shay'un azim. When that appointed hour comes, the shaking of that time would be very mighty, very great thing. Yawma tarawnaha, the day when you will see it, tazhalu kullu murdi'atin amma arda'at. Every suckling mother would just forget the baby. Now this is the most affectionate relationship, mother and the baby, in the human beings as well as animals. But no, everybody would be caring for him and her alone. Even the suckling mothers will just forget their babies. وَتَضَعُ كُلُّ ذَاتِ حَمْلٍ حَمْلَهَا. And all the pregnant females will lay down their pregnancy, their burden. وَتَرَى النَّاسَ سُكَارَى. And you will see people as if they are drunk. وَمَا هُمْ بِسُكَارَى. But they are not drunk. وَلَكِنَّ عَذَابَ اللَّهِ شَدِيدٌ. But the chastisement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very severe. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يُجَادِلُ فِي اللَّهِ بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ وَيَتَّبِعُ كُلَّ شَيْطَانٍ مَرِيدٍ. And there are among people who dispute concerning Allah. Although he has no knowledge, arguing. But he has no knowledge whatsoever. Without having any knowledge. وَيَتَّبِعُ كُلَّ شَيْطَانٍ مَرِيدٍ. And he follows all the rebellious Satans. Yani, as if he is a very big, scholar and he is arguing against Allah, against Deen. But if you look to his character, he is a friend of Satan. He is following the ways of Satan. So these are the people, the scholars, the so-called, intelligentsia of today. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يُجَادِلُ فِي اللَّهِ بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ وَيَتَّبِعُ كُلَّ شَيْطَانٍ مَرِيدٍ. كُتِبَ عَلَيْهِ. It has been prescribed on him. That is the Satan. What has been prescribed for the Satan? مَنْ تَوَلَّاهُ. Whosoever will become a friend of him, فَإِنَّهُ يُضِلُّهُ. He will definitely lead him astray. وَيَهْدِيهِ إِلَىٰ عَذَابِ السَّعِيرِ. And he will guide him to the chastisement of the burning fire. Ya ayyuhan nas, O people, O mankind, in kuntum fi raybin min al-ba'th. If you have any doubts about resurrection, how can we be resurrected? How can we be made alive again when we shall become bones and dust and nothing else? You have doubts? Now you look to your creation, your own creation. فَإِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُم مِّن تُرَابٍ. You know, we created you out of clay. Summa min nutfa. Then the second stage of your creation was the sperm drop. Summa min alaqa. After that, the third stage, a hanging piece from the wall of the womb of the mother, like a leech. Summa min muzgha. Then a lump of flesh. Mukhallaqatin wa ghayra mukhallaqatin. Formed and unformed. لِنُبَيِّنَ لَكُمْ, so that we tell you through which stages you have come here in this world. وَنُقِرُّ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ مَا نَشَاءُ, and we settle in the wombs of the mothers whatever we like, a male child or female child. إِلَىٰ أَجَلٍ مُسَمَّى, we keep it there till a fixed period. ثُمَّ نُخْرِجُكُمْ طِفْلًا, then we take you out as babies. ثُمَّ لِتَبْلُغُوا أَشُدَّكُمْ, and then you reach and attain your puberty and maturity. وَمِنْكُمْ مَنْ يُتَوَفَّى, and from amongst you are those also who die young. وَمِنْكُمْ مَنْ يُرَدُّ إِلَىٰ أَرْذَلِ الْعُمَرِ, and some of you are returned to the most senile age. لِكَيْ لَا يَعْلَمَ مِنْ بَعْدِ عِلْمٍ شَيْئًا, so that he doesn't know anything after the knowledge he had. In the beginning he had no knowledge, but then he had all the knowledge. He attained, education, and he was a PhD and this and that. But then when he is now 100 years old, now all knowledge gone. Senility has overtaken. What happened to Reagan? He was recognizing only his wife and none else, a person who was ruling this world at a time. But this happens. So actually, كَيْ لَا يَعْلَمَ مِنْ بَعْدِ عِلْمٍ شَيْئًا وَتَرَى الْأَرْضَ حَامِدَةً, and you see the land, lying low. فَإِذَا أَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْهَا الْمَاءَ, but when we send down water on it, rain comes. اهتزت وربت, it stirs and swells. وأنبتت من كل زوج بهيج, and then it grows every kind of lovely growth. So you have two observations: your own creation from dust, then sperm drop, then alaqa, then muzgha, all these stages. Then you come out as a baby, then you are young, fully adult. In the same way, a land lying barren, nothing, no life, no signs of life whatsoever. Rain comes and there is life. You see, there is vegetation. So the God that is doing all this, can't He create you again? This is the argument which comes in Quran many times. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الْحَقُّ. This is so because Allah is the one who is the truth, the absolute truth. وَأَنَّهُ يُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى, and that He will revive the dead. وَأَنَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ, and that He is powerful over everything. وَأَنَّ السَّاعَةَ آتِيَةٌ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهَا, and that appointed hour will come. There is no doubt about it. وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ يَبْعَثُ مَنْ فِي الْقُبُورِ, and Allah will definitely, surely raise them who are in the graves. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يُجَادِلُ فِي اللَّهِ بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ وَلَا هُدًى وَلَا كِتَابٍ مُنِيرٍ. Again repeating the same. But there are people who go on disputing, arguing about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can He do it? Although they have no knowledge, they have no guidance, they don't have any book with them, no divine book. ثَانِيَ عِطْفِهِ لِيُضِلَّ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. He bends his side with arrogance so that he takes people away from the way of Allah, prevents them from the way of Allah. لَهُ فِي الدُّنْيَا خِزْيٌ. For them in this world is also humiliation. وَنُذِيقُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ عَذَابَ الْحَرِيقِ. And on the day of judgment, on the day of resurrection, we shall make them taste the chastisement of fire, burning fire. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ذلك بما قدمت يداك وأن الله ليس بظلام للعبيد. ومن الناس من يعبد الله على حرف فإن أصابه خير اطمأن به وإن أصابته فتنة انقلب على وجهه خسر الدنيا والآخرة ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْخُسْرَانُ الْمُبِينُ صدق اللہ العظیم. The last ayah of the first section of Surah Hajj was left. When people will be thrown in the hell, it will be said to them, ذَلِكَ بِمَا قَدَّمَتْ يَدَاكَ. This is due to what your both hands had sent forward. Your deeds in the life of this world, they are actually being repaid to you in the form of this chastisement. وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَيْسَ بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. And surely Allah is never unjust to His servants.